Hi, my name is Paul Mitten and I'm with Jet Ski and Miami Fisherman's Boat Group. Today we'd like to show you our used 2008 32 Outrage Boston Whaler Cuddy. One of the unique things about Boston Whaler boats is the reverse chime. The reverse chime on all Boston Whaler boats do two things. The first thing it does is it acts as a built-in spray rail. As you're riding the boat and you come down, since it's angled down, it shoots the water back down to keep it from rolling over the sides and getting you wet. The second thing it does is it acts as a lift for the whole boat. So as you accelerate the speed, it gives it more lift, which makes the boat ride higher and give it a very luxurious ride. As I step back on this boat, the first thing I noticed is it has a stainless steel anchor upgrade. The second thing I noticed is that there is a hardtop on it with an optional bow rail. This boat is 32.2 feet long, 10 foot 2 inches wide, has a 23-degree dead rise, and the draft is 22 inches. As you will see going down the side of the boat that the gel coat is still very shiny for being a 2008, and that's because Boston Whaler always uses the best materials that are available to them and continuously looking for others even better. As we walk to the back of the boat, you will see that the boat is powered by two 300 Verados. They're 2008s as well. They're supercharged. This boat does about 51 miles an hour with these two engines full speed. Cruises about 32 miles an hour at 2,800 RPM, and she burns about 28 gallons per hour. The boat has got trim tabs directly from the factory, standard. Just helps you get the boat up on the plane a little bit quicker, or if you're in shallow, to help the boat jump faster. Also helps in very rough conditions, so you can get the bow up or bow down going into it. As we go over to the starboard side of the boat, there's an entry ladder that stows, folds, puts away, and goes underneath the door. And then you can store it and put it away underneath. And then there's a little entry door in the back of the boat. Hi, now we're inside the 32 Outrage, and I'd like to show you the console. First thing you'll notice is that there's a lockable door on the electronics to keep people from seeing them and getting on them. It removes simply by pushing the two buttons, sliding the hinge door off, closing it, walking over to the side, and putting it as at home. So a storage spot it slides into and locks, so it's out of the way for the day. Next thing you'll notice is we have two 5212 Garmin GPSs, a GH10 Garmin Autopilot, Mercury's Vessel View, which does all your gauges and some diagnostics. You'll also notice that there's switches on both sides for your live wells, bilge pumps, entertainment lights, etc. Here's Mercury's Vessel View, which does gauges. It does all some of your simulations and also engine diagnostics. We have a remote radio control here, a remote spotlight control here. You have your digital trim tab buttons here with indicator lights on both sides. You have an extra GPS handheld over here. You have a windlass control here, and there's also another in the bow of the boat. In the console, you'll notice that it's very easy to see over, so the ergonomics and the visual of the boat while you're driving it is very clear. Behind me, you'll notice two very nice captain's chairs. They're designed to either sit down or stand up, and you can adjust the driver's side by moving the little switch, and it moves back and forth. On this particular boat, the customer who owned it prior to, it used to have a refrigerator over here, and what he did is, since the refrigerator was going bad, is he removed it and he put in a 45-quart bucket so you can put ice, drinks, fish, or anything of that sort in there. So now he doesn't have to worry about the refrigerator going bad. He's got 3 drink holders here. He's got 2 wine bottle holders there, and a drawer to store wine openers, small utensils, and things of that sort. Next thing I noticed as I walk back on this boat is it's got tank holders. He has apparently weather curtains for the whole boat. It has 2 big lockable fish storage that are sealed. They drain overboard, or they have macerated fish boxes. The other thing you'll notice is that they have hose pipes, 2 more drink holders on the side with fishing rod holders, has saltwater wash down, has waste here, and it has tow rails. Tow rails are for when you're leaning over the boat and fishing, so you don't fall over, so you have something to grab to, or you're deep jigging, so you have something to grab onto. Next thing you'll notice is that there are lead weight balls for your downrigger. And underneath here, you have 12-volt receptacles for your downriggers, one on each side. In the back of the boat, you have a bench seat, which simply you open up the two poles, pull out the seat, and there you have a comfortable three-passenger seat, which is easy to pull in and out for fishing or for entertaining. On the other side of me is a nice box with a live well. It's got a shower, fresh water that slides in and out, or you can use it as a sink. It's got a place to store some knives and some pliers. And it's got a 45-gallon live well with 2 lights in it and 2 different levels. So if you have a lot of bait, you go with the low level, or blue runners, you go to the top full. It also has 2 doors with storage and fishing tackle. This is for your hooks. These are for your fishing lures. And this is for some bigger stuff like fishing line. Over here, you have your dive door, transom door, to enter and exit the water as you please. Simply open it like this. You close it, and it has a little lock that you just pull, and voila. On this side is this is your freshwater shower for when you enter the back. Pop that open, and your shower's in here. You have 10-inch cleats. Again, another hose pipe. Your other side tow rail. Your lead downrigger balls, and tank holders on this side as well. Moving forward, the first thing I noticed on the T-top is that it has the weather curtains. It's got the LED lights on the front and the back to help you dock. And the next thing I noticed is it has outriggers. It's got Taco Grand Slam outriggers that are 16 feet long. And when they're out, you just take these and pull them down and swing them out. I'm going to show you the electronics box that has an Icon 504 VHF and a Clarion CD player. We're in the console now. The first thing I'd like to show you is some of the things in the boat. Up here we have access to the back of the electronics, so everything's easy to get to and easy to work on. Over here you have a storage for maps and small things. Here you have your breakers, stereo, and battery switches. You have all your breakers here for all the switches you have on the dash and up. You have your main breakers here and your key switches, and of course your battery switches, which should be off when you're not using the boat, and you run them 1, 2, or all according to the manual. Down here we have your batteries, your pumps, auto switches, and through-hole valves, and of course your 1,000 watt through-hole transducer for your electronics. As you can see, everything down here has been laid out accordingly, very easy to get to. The boat was not built around the stuff. The stuff was put in after the boat was built. Over here, you have your pump out overboard discharge for your toilet, and it also has a holding tank. On both sides, you have storage. You have little pockets on this side, and of course you have the porcelain toilet that I'm sitting on. You have a little drawer for storage. You have 3 6-foot rod stand-up holders here. You have a small sink with another pull-out shower. And up top, of course, we have a couple of lights and a window that opens with a screen that goes inside. And that's the console. Walking towards the front of the boat, I'd like to show you what Whaler has done with their L seating. And as you can see, it's practical and functional. It's designed for day cruising, so people can sit here and convert. And you also notice that there's a big hard top which supplies us with plenty of sunshade. Also has 3 cup holders, a stereo remote, and a fish box at the bottom here, or storage, whichever you want to use it for. It has a macerator pump that pumps it through the back of the boat, so you don't have to worry about draining it or anything. Here we have a Cuddy Cabin. Opens like this. It's a small Cuddy Cabin. Has 4 rod holders up on the top. These cushions slide in and turn into a bed. And it has rod holders on both sides with some lights inside. Very simple. Under the hatch, as I spoke of there, here's your windlass anchor with a safety chain. You have the remote for the anchor here, and you also have one in the back, and you have a freshwater washdown. So you can rinse it off as you're bringing it in. And it's all beautified by just closing the door and you see nothing. Thanks for being with us today, and let me show you our U32 Boston Whaler Outrage. If you'd like any more information on this boat, please contact us at Jet Ski of Miami or Fisherman's Boat Group. Have a great day.